stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Cleveland. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Nance and Thompson are up front. And it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Wright. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. Wright finds Powell. And Thompson sends it back. And a wide open look for Porter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
And let's see if they bring that same attacking mindset with them into this game. They should. It worked like a charm last time, getting so many guys in foul trouble.
Now, here's Garland, following the miss by Porzingis. And the basket is good.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Wright. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well. And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Here's Sexton. The Mavericks making the shot. And so just over a minute and a half played. Down low, here's Thompson. Pass to Nance. Thompson dishes to Nance.
Oh, so pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
And here is Doncic. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Sexton. The shot misses. Good D by Hardaway. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Garland. He's right around 13 points a night, 7 assists and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he's in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul it.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
All free throws good from Doncic. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's a decent scorer, and Hardaway can get it going, so he draws defenders' attention and gets the call that time.
The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. And that's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
Hardaway hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Garland kicks to Sexton. And there's the pass to Garland from downtown. And no good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the score by Dallas. Here's Wright. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Five on the clock. Doncic passes to Hardaway. No good on the 3. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Wright. Quarter outside. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks leading. Here's Porzingis. Thompson with the rebound. Here's Garland. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Right with it. Now the pass to Powell. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Nance.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is just a tremendous athlete. He spots a great route to the rim and doesn't settle.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Heat. Garland kicks to Sexton. Passes it to Garland. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. To the paint, here's Powell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Porter against Doncic. Porter with the steal, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Barea comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Clarkson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Now, here's Garland. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami. Porter passes to Nance. Porter looking it over. Pass to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Porzingis. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And Doncic, here we go. Here's Powell. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Garland. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now here's Nance, trailing by 4. Garland kicks to Porter. Nance against Porzingis. Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around. Now, last year, interesting under the radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside. And Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
That free throw, no good. And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you, last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
He hits the second from the line. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone
For
now.
the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah,
Yes.
Freedom of movement,
Yes.
fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Now, here's Garland. Love with a wide open look. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks leading by 6. The steal. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And that one's good. Osman.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that. You see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Now here's Barea. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Kleba. Outside Jackson. Fires from 18. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Osman. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shoots from 14, and it's in off the backboard. And now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Brunson the pass to Barea. Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Now Garland. Clarkson on the wing, guarded by Barea. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. To the middle, here's Brunson. Shoots over Garland. Brunson, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
John Henson's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 4. The pass to Clarkson. Left side, Love. With the teardrop. That shot off the mark. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
The Cavaliers shooting just 35% to start the game. Garland, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. He dishes it to Love. Feeds it to Garland. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
Clarkson against Barea. Jackson misses.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Brunson kicks to Barea. The stupendous finish in traffic. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Garland. The Mavericks making the shot. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Free throw good, Garland. Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Doncic. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is long.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Dallas. 4-point game. That one drops for him.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. An even 3-on-3 break. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The Cavaliers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's Barea. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Barea's got 7 points. And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the wing, Doncic and Jackson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Kleba in at the power forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special. Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for J.J. Barea. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
And that one misses. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Doncic and Dallas again with the bucket.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Poked away. Henson dishes to Sexton. Pass to Zizic. Back to Sexton. It's tipped. Right away, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Back to Wright. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Wright's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Osman. The Mavericks making the shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
The first free throw is good.
And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Now here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Sexton kicks to Nance. So Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Doncic. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Mavericks score.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Sexton. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Nance passes to Osman. Cleveland moving it around. Over Doncic. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Wright, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Wright. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Wright, left side. Hardaway kicks to Wright. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Doncic, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Sexton with it. 17 points for him last game against Miami.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Here's Osman. They trail by 9 points. Back to Sexton. Drills it from outside. Sexton's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
Now here's Wright. 8 points for him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Here's Zizic. Back to Sexton. Offline with his 3. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Osman. He's got 15. Outside, Porter. Kicks to Nance. Shot clock at 5. Here's Osman. And a miss there on the triple.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now here's Sexton, guarded by Wright. Sexton deciding where to go with it. From deep, knocks down the 3 ball. Sexton's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Cavs.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. is on Colin Sexton.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Garland in for Jetty Osman. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now, here's Garland. 6 points for him. Back to Love. The three. That shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. No good on the triple. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Deflects the pass. Here's Garland. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 9. Pass to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Love.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
For Dallas, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Garland. He's got 6. Love dishes to Garland. The kick out to Porter. Cans it from downtown. Porter's got 8.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Now Brunson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Inside, here's Porzingis. Doesn't go for him. Good D from Love. And here's Sexton. There's the pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. There's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
To the right side. Brunson with it. Garland picks him up. And Thompson sends it back.
Tristan did a great job of elevating to deny that one.
The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Mavericks. Porzingis kicks to Barea, passes to Jackson. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. Darius Garland on top.
Just great hands, guys. You can never relax when he's guarding you, and that's such a valuable quality. He's got his opponents on notice.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, the rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell, and it's Maxi Kleber in for Porzingis. And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range, and Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
Now here's Sexton. He's got 8. Thompson, high post. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Correa, the pass to Brunson. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kicks it out to Love, launches it. The Mavericks pull it in. Garland, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Jackson passes to Barea. Drills the three-pointer. Barea's got 10.
Not a shot the coaches are going to draw up often for him, and he makes it with the defense closing in.
.24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Garland with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Love. The feed to Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Clarkson misses the 3. And that concludes the first half. It's Dallas leading by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. How do you guys get back in this game after the first half?
Thanks, Josh. I mean, we're getting good ones. I don't know what it is. We had the day off. Just need to get our legs under us in the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. Got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Tipping off the second half, here's John Beeline's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Nance and Thompson are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward position.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Doncic outside. A fader, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. 8 points for Porzingis.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Here's Thompson. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Powell. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to right. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Porzingis.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Garland. 6 points for him. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Mavericks on D. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. There's Porter with the 3.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Now here's Wright following the shot by Tristan Thompson.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Mavericks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First free throw is good. And so Wright nails both of them. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Sexton. He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
Growing up in the Bay Area, I worked out a lot and spent a lot of time with Tim Hardaway Sr. Remember the killer crossover, and Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to show why he belongs in the league after a lot of hard work on his own.
Hardaway hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Porzingis. 15th in blocks, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And right, here we go. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 5 assists in the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Hardaway. Porter against Doncic. They need this, and that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 10.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
The pass to Powell. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The deep three from Porzingis. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Porter kicks to Garland. Now, here's Sexton. He's got 8. Passes it to Garland. Clock at 6. Over right. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Cavaliers 5th.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Garland. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Here's Osman. 15 points in the game. Powell with the steal. Over in the corner, Doncic. That one's good from the corner. Doncic has got 12.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, Garland. Outside Porter. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 14-4 run. And he lobs it up, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Garland the pass to Porter. Garland with it. Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. 2 points. 12 points for him. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Wright finds Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. No good on that one. Ante Zizic has checked in for Nance. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Outside Porter. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Osman, guarded by Doncic. Here's Zizic. That one good for 2. And here is Doncic, 13 points in the game. There's the dish to Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Wright outside. Shot clock at 6. Doncic finds Wright. Dallas again missing. Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Porter, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Porter's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot by Powell, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Barea comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Cleveland also making some changes. Love's checked in for Zizic. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Porter. Now here's Barea. 10 points for him. Back to Doncic. And Brunson has it in the corner. And it's Osman with the rebound. Osman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Garland. The teardrop falls in. Garland's got 10 points in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Clarkson against Barea. To the wing on the left. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Garland with it. He's got 10. A floater. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Stripped away. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Garland. Good on the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Barea against Clarkson. A nice shot by Barea. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Cavaliers have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Offensive rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Lays it up off the glass. Clarkson's got his first 2 points.
That is a tough move for Clarkson. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but making the biggest plays.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Pass to Henson. Back to Osman. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Brunson kicks to Barea. Back to Brunson. Out to Doncic. Stolen by Henson. And they're running. Here's Clarkson. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And the pass to Love. Clarkson against Barea. Back to Love. He kicks to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Clarkson's got his second basket of the night.
Got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Barea, the pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And the Cavaliers call time here. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Jackson in for Luka Doncic. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Henson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jetty Osman. Love the pass to Garland. Porzingis with the block. Right side Jackson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
The free throw drops for Jackson. The Cavaliers trail by 19. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Brunson. Ahead, Porzingis with the ball. Picked up by Love. And the dunk by Porzingis.
So Porzingis can post you up. He can face you up. He can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Sexton dishes to Love. Back to Sexton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Sexton's got 10 points in the game.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Barea, the pass to Brunson. Now here's Barea. Not a lot of room. Off target with his three. The Cavaliers trail by 19. The 19-foot shot. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's Jackson. Good. Nice job down low. He has 7. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Kleba in at the 5, roaming the paint.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
That one is off. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians, but as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
And the first one at the line is good. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
The Cavaliers shooting 41% for the game. Here's Sexton. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets.
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. And he's good on the second.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor. It's about now being a floor general in this new system.
Doncic bounce pass. Cleveland, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Clarkson taking his time here. Oh, Nance in position. Powell with the steal. Here's Doncic. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Hardaway against Clarkson. Ball's knocked loose. The putback.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Charity stripe shot. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. DeLon Wright comes in for Jalen Brunson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 11 feet away. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Wright kicks to Doncic. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Powell. Ryan Brokoff comes in for Doncic. And it's Lee in for Wright. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ante Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Porter. Knight's checked in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Jordan Clarkson. Hardaway hits them both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. That's tipped out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his first points of the game.
Just a good feel for how to operate in transition. Never too fast, but Dellavedova attacks with the finishing move.
Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Now here's Lee. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Fades. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Fader on the way. Almost, but it rolls out.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Dellavedova finds Nance. Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Passes it to McKinney for 3. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Lee. Nance with some nice D.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Lee against Knight. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Dallas, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Shots good by Lee.
And Lee has shot in the high 30s in terms of his percentage throughout his career from deep. If he's left uncovered, he can knock it down.
Now Knight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about
the game,
the optics of the game.
Yes, yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. So it's the Cavaliers now. And here is Dellavedova. Nance dishes to Knight. Can they get it? The shot's good from Nance.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Nance.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Both free throws good from Nance. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 19-7 run. Hardaway passes to Brokaw. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Here is Knight. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Back to Knight, 6 to shoot. The three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Knight's got his first 3 points of the game.
Got to appreciate seeing Knight trying to improve his three-point shooting. Needs to be sharp from the outside.
Here's Finney-Smith. Misses and the dry spell continues. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. They get it back. McKinney kicks to Zizic. Can't cash in from close range. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Two.
And the first one drops. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Correa, the pass to Lee. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch. Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Dellavedova with the ball. Here's Knight. Henson trying to break free. A nice shot by Knight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's Barea outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's McKinney. Back to Knight. The pass to Henson. Lets it go from 11. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Some good court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
Now here's Barea. Defense right on him. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Pass to McKinney. This one for three. Barea pulls it in. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Pass to Kleba. Back to Barea. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brokaw. Defended by Henson. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Dallas.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Porzingis.
Now this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Now here's Lee following the miss by John Henson. Here's Brokaw. Back to Lee. Here's the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's McKinney. Knight finds Dellavedova. The pass to Zizic. Back to Dellavedova. It's stolen by Barea. Here's Brokaw. Some solid defense from Knight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Knight.
Well, Knight as a decisive guard can be much better than when he's out there thinking through plays.
Second free throw, no good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.